I'm just going to keep it. I'm just
All
going to
right,
keep
well,
it
you
a buck.
say it. You say it.
And I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner, right? Because Myran is still a very talented player. The results just haven't been there as of late, which is why I'm actually really happy for him to get an opportunity here at the Smash World Tour. Because, you know, sometimes when you're able to just kind of get to the meat and potatoes of a bracket and just kind of go up against the best of the best, it's a lot easier. Sometimes those upsets to you know, random folks, they do happen. They're unexpected, but they do happen. But right now, we'll see if Myran can rise to the occasion. Going to be taking on one of the best in the business in Tweek. Game 1, Smashville. Let's get it.
I'm glad you brought that up, too, about, like, when you just start to get to the final areas of a bracket, fight the best players, that's a different skill set, right? Because when you talk about a long tournament weekend, maybe 3 days, you've got pools matches, you've got long days. I mean, some people just really excel in this kind of format. And Tweek kind of famously saying that he didn't like invitational events, but then he went on to win Summit. So, you know, who knows with this guy. Right now, Myran with a very strong lead, though. Yeah,
Myran doing an excellent job, you know, kind of corralling Tweek right off the bat. But this is kind of like the Tweek Classic, which I've noticed, right? He'll sometimes get off to those slow starts, and then when he really kind of gets comfortable, finds his footing, that's when you see the Diddy really come to play. Like I said, I really like this character for Tweek because it really lets him kind of freestyle, right? He's such a free-form player, and this really is like a good character for that kind of outlet. But Myran really caring none of that right now. I mean, he has a very dominant lead in this first game, so you can obviously see, man, he's been looking forward to this. Practice certainly paying off at the beginning.
He's got 2 purples and a rev right now, has sort of established the Myran zone under that platform, but has been knocked out of it. Tweek gonna try to push this advantage as far as he can. Slightly misspacing that forward air, and so Myran's gonna make it back, and right now, again, he's really prioritizing those purples. He wants to have those out to be disruptive because Diddy's got the banana. He has a lot of burst options, but the purple just kind of burns through them. Tweek needs to find this stock quickly. He's been locking down, though. Hasn't taken nearly any % on the second stock, despite how the first one went.
Yeah, this is definitely kind of like maybe more so what I was thinking would kind of be the start of things. Like, not Myran just kind of out the gate, just completely obliterating him. But yeah, as you said, man, definitely kind of getting his footing back, trying to find this opening, being pretty patient. But Myran trying to make the most out of this situation. Honestly, for Tweek, man, just kind of keep this, I was going to say try and keep around sub 60, but there we go, a clean 83. And maybe Myran out of that comfortable combo range that Tweek is looking for. These follow-ups not connecting. Banana to try and cover the return to stage gets just that, but still, man, Myran is making it work.
Yeah, you're seeing the momentum shift back and forth. Tweek having a very poor first stock. Myran really took advantage of it. Then Tweek rallied back with, you know, maybe 120% unanswered. But now he can't get the stock off of Olimar, who's a very light character, right? I mean, you could see it right there. You were talking about the combos not really working. That down tilt sent him so far. There's no way up smash is going to connect. But eventually, an aerial will. And now Tweek has his opportunity to try to keep Myran in the air. Can't go too far, though, because he's going to eat that aerial from the red Pikmin.
Oh, wow.
That's stock 2.
That was such perfect coverage by Myran. Had really a lot of Tweek's options was kind of scouted and well covered. So not letting that stock advantage go to waste. Tweek, though, battling back. Let's see what he can do. Would love to probably get some sort of good ledge trapping here, but Myran just battling his way back through. My goodness. Still anybody's game right now. Tweek being very careful. Has used that monkey flip pretty sparingly too, but every time he's thrown it out there, has had some success with it. Up until that point, there's the first commentator's curse after the event.
Yeah, I think it's a little scary because, like, Olimar has so much stuff to beat it, right? He's got the forward air. He has just, you know, shielding and back air. Like, Olimar has so much presence around him. Myran keeps using that whistle too, which honestly is so good against Diddy because Diddy has such strong, like, burst options, and they come out very quickly, so Myran could just pop out that whistle, and Tweek could wait for it, and I think that might be the adaptation that we see, but he's able to sort of eat the hit and then get a hit of his own to sort of trade back. Right now, Myran in the driver's seat, but he's not far enough ahead just yet to feel comfortable. This is where Tweek feels his best.
Yeah, this, you know, it's one thing to lead, it's one thing to close out, right? There's a huge difference between that. Often separates the good from the great, and right now, Tweek trying to put his greatness on display. Myran trying to hold on to what's been a sizable lead, but letting it slip away a little bit. 2 purples, though. That is scary for Tweek.
This is exactly what Myran needs. He's got the double purple. Oh, yeah, he's going to knock him out of the barrels. I don't know. Yes, he is going to make it back. Goes super deep Kong on that one. And so Tweek's got to thank his lucky side. I didn't know. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I got to be honest.
He came back from that. Ooh, but I don't know about that one. Yeah, that good hit, finding its mark, and Myran able to keep that lead and get the first game. Well done to him.
That was like the commentator, like, skill check. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think he makes it back, but I don't want to say anything. It was so deep,
I've never
but
been in
Tweek
this
found his way.
situation, so I didn't want to call it.
Exactly.
You know
Yeah.
That man was not on the screen at all, so that was every pixel counting in that moment, but still gets
didn't
back
matter.
to yeah, it really didn't matter. But no, that's great for Myran. That's kind of what you want to see, right? You want to see everybody rise to the occasion and show up Obviously, big fans of Tweek, man, but fan of Myran too, man. This Olimar definitely goes crazy.
It's really fun to watch him play because he definitely has such a unique, distinct style from, you know, people like Olimar from Shuton. His willingness to sort of eat hits with whistle is really cool to see. The fact that he always seems to want to scrap a little bit more.
That's that brawl in him.
Yeah, it really
You know what I mean?
is, man. And you saw there he popped the up B to sort of drift into Tweek and then hit him with the aerial, sort of a cheeky mix-up. But now got a character swap from Tweek. This Wolf is famously the Olimar antidote.
Yes.
He's used this before consistently.
100%, man. I think I recall one big time at Big House.
Big House, right.
Recall. So, you know, that's one thing about Tweek. Very interesting in his character choices is he plays so many characters, right? But he's a stubborn individual, right? He really, sometimes I think he's stubborn to a point where he just wants to prove people wrong. But, you know, one thing Charles always told him, he's like, Wolf's always there for you, man. And I think Tweek has definitely decided to listen to that right off the bat. This group play is just so important, man.
Yeah, no question.
Especially when you start thinking and looking ahead towards day number 2. So, and of course, Wolf, a pretty good matchup against Olimar as well, man.
A lot of it just comes down to the neutraler. You can just land with neutraler a lot of the times. Olimar doesn't have much to beat it. It'll go through the Pikmin in a lot of circumstances, and Tweek definitely wanting to switch off, but I'm a little surprised because that last game really did come down to the wire, and it felt like Myran was just barely edging him out at the end. So kind of surprised that Tweek would opt for this, but of course the Wolf is, you know, it's very potent as well, so seems to be doing pretty well here. But it all comes down to that first stock, honestly, because these guys have been like jockeying for for those killing hits every time.
I mean, that's why you're seeing like a little more of a slower pace match developing here. Obviously, over a minute into this, not too much has occurred yet. Though by Myran, I'd be a little shook. You know, don't want to get caught on the edge there. Obviously, Tweek gonna look to just kind of keep him at bay, patrolling this right side.
And Tweek's Wolf, not particularly wild. It's not a Charlie. It's not going to go crazy.
No one's a Charlie, though.
Well, that's true. That's true. There's nobody on the planet like Charlie. But Tweek is, he'll take his opportunities where he can, but I don't think you're going to see any, like, burst forward smashes. I don't think you're going to see, like, hard reads or anything. Tweek is very much like, Myran left the door open for the back air, and Tweek took it. And he's going to take it again. Another back air. They're not even at 100%. Just that stock was clinical, right? It wasn't anything with, like, super hard reads or flashy play or, like, a footstool up B. It was just you're in the wrong spot. You're DIing wrong. You're choosing the wrong options, and I'm just going to carry you across the stage.
Just by the book, man. Textbook and efficient. But, you know, some people, claim, oh, something's textbook. It's kind of like herp or derp or whatever. No, if you're flawless in the execution, it is incredibly potent and powerful, as Tweek is putting on display right now. A couple of jabs to get Myran on the left side. Really just, again, trying to bring this one home, and he is well on his way. Myran really just no answers to this Wolf menace that Tweek has presented. So I think Tweek kind of knew, it's obviously going to be more of an uphill battle with Diddy. Obviously, he can get the job done, right? But with Wolf, it just seems like he could just completely turn the game and make it so one-sided, and that's exactly what he's putting on display right now. Myran, though, trying to claw his way back, but he's got a long way to go, and the only way he's going is the game number 3.
Off a dash attack, too, at like 112. Kind of surprising,
but
be
killing.
It truly do. I mean, Olimar's so light, and one of the things that you talked about is it really is easier with Wolf. It's less mental exertion, which is so important in a day where you got to play all these sets, and especially over a 2-day period with, like you said, the best, right? Like, on the one hand, you don't have to play all the way up until pools. You don't have to worry about getting 33rd. You don't have to worry about bustering out. But on the other hand, it never gets easy, right?
Not at all.
You're playing world-class players throughout the whole weekend.
There's no buy round, basically, right? There's just, you have to be on your A game throughout the entirety of it. And I think all these are best of 5s too.
Right, yeah.
So that's, that just kind of adds even more. It's just a whole nutty situation, but nonetheless, sticking with the Wolf, obviously, Myran going to try to switch it up a little bit with some Town and City.
The way that Myran gets those desync Pikmin is so funny. He got like a down throw on the platform with the Pikmin that wasn't even near him. His mastery of these like little vegetables is so funny. I don't know how he does it, because it seems like nobody else has control of them like him. That's really his specialty.
Yeah, and you can argue like, okay, he's not the best Ollie out there, but I would say he knows the most about the character. Like,
sure,
just kind of like a lot of his execution and stuff like that. Man really puts the time into it. I'll tell you what, man, big win on Tweek here would go a long way in kind of reestablishing himself as one of those dominant players we know him that he can be.
All right, now he's got the 2 purples again. This is his preferred lineup. Loves having the 2 purples to really disrupt people, knock them out of advances, knock them out of other moves. He's going to throw away the red. He doesn't want that. But these 2 purples are actually going to make it a bit harder to recover, so he's just going to go to the platform instead. Tweek not covering it. And Myran really back to the corner most of this game. He did it last game too, where just he's on the edge for so much of it. And Tweek is just super happy to let him stay there and hopefully corner himself into a back air or something and dive really like.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just simply off the fact that Tweek is just so good when it comes to the kind of that pressure game too, right?
His control's immense.
Yeah, exactly. Cut off a lot of Olimar's options and ain't really got too much he can do. The Nair gonna seal that one up. Really good start from Myran, but it kind of got wiped out off Tweek just kind of doing wolf things. I mean, it really is just that simple.
It's just neutral air. It's a bit of forward air if you can chain them together. It's a back air if you give it to him. It really is just the character's fundamentals. I mean, down throw into dash tech. Tweek doesn't necessarily do anything fancy with the character, but he plays it to such an expert level. And Wolf is really a character that's going to test your fundamentals more than so many others. Doesn't hit the tech, so he's going to eat the forward smash, but still not dying.
You're not giving that stock up just yet. Ooh, going
That's
all the way
insane.
to the left. Yeah, he's still living. Okay, finally, you got to seal that thing away. Third time was the charm. Took so much.
He should have died, dude. He re-grabbed the ledge. Myran didn't kill him off it, and then he went
like,
the other way.
Yeah, like, oh, you kind of got blessed on that, that whole exchange.
Ooh, got punished for it eventually, and now getting punished even more, 65% off that string. Excellent fade back into the pivot grab from Myran, knowing that Tweek wants to land with an aerial. That's really the Wolf bane, right? That's what happens to Wolf players is they get so comfortable sort of spamming that neutral air, dropping with it, and it's so easy to just sort of maneuver around it, go where he's going to land, and then sort of drift back. And you can see Myran exploiting that, but now he's off on the side. I think that might have been a misinput, but who knows? Who can say? Oh, Wolf flash.
Who can say?
I mean, it's Tweek, right? He sees things we don't, right?
Couple steps ahead, no doubt about that. A little bit on the percentage side in his favor right now. Looking to seal this one away. Should be a back throw, yep. And it's kind of where he wants him.
We keep him on the side. Tweek is like, oh, no way! That's so unfortunate. Not only did he miss the grab, he stayed there for a little bit too long, ate the down smash back throw, still not going to do it.
Little Pikmin is getting some mileage off this second stock, man. 178 Tweek. Just trying to find that closing blow. Eager to go up 2-1 here, but Myran giving him a hell of a fight. Much more of a close contest than we saw in that first game.
No question.
Or, excuse me, that second game.
And Myran wants, finally he's going to land the back air. Myran wants to extend this as long as he can, and really that was Myran's opportunity to just run away, play annoying, right? He just wants to sort of drift back, make Tweek chase him, but unfortunately he did lose that stock. He's going to take a lot just for existing against Wolf, because Wolf's got those throw combos. Get up attack into the shield, and Tweek just full hopping. A little strange option there. That's an easy punish into a shield grab, but lets it go. Right now, pretty even between these two, especially considering the weight differentials. It's basically dead center.
Yeah, it's just pretty amusing how they're just literally just playing around one another, right? Like
they're just hopping.
Literally the same routes being taken here. Finally, a neutral air connecting.
Ooh.
Trying to get a little bit more off. Really good Wolf pressuring with these aerials.
You can see these back airs just so scary. If Myran got touched by any of those on the strong hit, it might have done it. Excellent parry into the up smash. So surprised that killed, honestly, because it felt like Tweek wasn't that high, but he's able to pop it off. And Myran going up 2-1 against Tweek currently.
Yeah, maybe caught him a little unsuspecting there too. It's very interesting too. He didn't use that that parry, as a punish option for like the entirety of the set, right?
Right.
Like, he kind of saved that to the bitter end, and it was enough to seal that deal, man. Good stuff to Myran. Great response, especially look, game 2, you get what, 2 stocked, like pretty convincingly, bounce back. Man's head is still in the game. Love to see it.
We'll see what the fourth game entails for us. Tweek.
He really let Tweek just drop all them aerials and them nairs and just like save that. Bro, he just saved it for the end,
very end.
He just thought about it.
I mean, it's the right play, right? And it's funny because, like, you saw the warning signs for it, right?
See that brother over there with the food? Hold on now.
You want to get him over here? Have a mukbang right here?
I'll tell you what, man. Don't think I won't do it. Game number 4. Let's get it. And Tweek switching back to Diddy Kong.
Ooh, weird.
It is weird because you look at game number 1, and as close as it was, you thought he might have just stuck with Diddy anyway. Then you look at game number 3, kind of the same situation. He's going to stick with the Wolf. Nope, going right back to Diddy Kong. So maybe Tweek just comfortable just kind of being interchangeable with his characters right now.
I mean, you're putting people on different feet with it, right? Like, if Myran's in landing aerial punish mode against Wolf, then Diddy can just see you and shield and then monkey flip you. So there are advantages to sort of switching up your style, but Myran not being caught unawares, this is the advantage of playing the same game no matter who you're fighting, and Myran is looking very strong in this game 4, potentially the last game of the set.
Yeah, Tweek is going to need to pick it up quick, fast, and in a hurry. I mean, this Myran that we're seeing right now just absolutely, this is the guy who can go toe-to-toe with some of the best in the business. Double purple right there, not being much of a factor. Trying to get himself back safely, but Tweek relentless on this chase down. Not going to get the stock, though, but he will on that follow-up. Goes to the skies and keeps Myran floating.
I love the banana into the up air there, because it sort of conceals your process a little bit. Obviously, you see Diddy chasing you up there. You think he's going to up air, but with the banana, you might give it a second thought, and then he throws it up, and then he immediately has access to his aerials. Well done by Tweek.
Yeah, that misdirection will get you quite far, as Myran found out on the receiving end, and now Tweek obviously has got himself very much so back in this game, throwing out those fares. Not quite able to connect, but again, Diddy, those strong aerials paying off.
Tried to go for a full hop on that monkey flip, but let the side B rip a little early. Because of that, he's going to have to fight back here. Didn't get Myran off on the side, 121. He has to be very careful how he comes back, and he's able to sneak right past him with that neutral air.
Yeah, 100%. Ooh, trying to sneak in there. This is so close, dude. It would be so wild if Myron's able to seal this one up 3-1 over Tweek. And that throw is going to help him get there. Just one stock away. First game, first set, first upset, Coney? Is this?
Yeah, this would be a huge
trend?
way to start the day.
Like,
if we see Myran going up over Tweek here, again, top 3 in the world, unquestionably. 134 currently on Myran, who's, again, just trying to play as evasive as he can. He's just trying to annoy Tweek, trying to sort of get in his head. Gets the jab lock. We're going to see 45 off that purple forward smash, and Tweek has got to sort of rally himself and not let himself crumble here.
Yeah, Myron's, he's kind of playing like a man who's more like a third. Wow, the
my God.
Yes.
He was so ready for that.
Yep.
Myran might be feeling himself a little bit too hard, though. Puts himself in a bad spot, but he's able to survive. And Tweek just not converting the way that we're used to. It feels like Myran is consistently getting away with stuff.
Yeah, Myron's definitely kind of had his run of the field, if you will. Like 136, like the man has just been deadly. I don't know if this is going to kill. I don't think so. Yeah, we still hanging in there. 152. This Olimar, he living like Bowser right now, boy. And Leon, we ain't going to see him until Group 4. What the hell's going on?
It's these purples, dude, because it feels like Tweek has consistently tried to go for like a back air or something, and the purples are just so disruptive. As you're trying to run in, or when you jump, those purples can just knock you. Now, one of the things Tweek has not gotten, or really had a chance to even go for, are these Z-drop spikes, and he's not going to get the opportunity. Wow. Slight pop-off from Myran as he goes up 3-1 over Tweek in the set. Tweek looking... I mean, switching characters, looking somewhat lost as the set went on. It seemed like Myran really just had the better of him today.
It seemed like he just couldn't really find his comfort zone, and that's kind of weird to say for Tweek, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, you can argue maybe he should just kind of